That's crazy. Oh my gosh. My girlfriend wants to dump me over my taste in music. Guys, you have bigger problems than to talk about and disagree about music. Alright, let's get to the root of the problem. This is going to be a good one. So sit down, put this in full screen, listen up. This is going to be some good information if you really want to learn about relationship advice, relationship from a seasoned veteran in the relationship game. Alright? So boys, my girlfriend of almost 5 years recently told me that my taste in music is a major turnoff for her. And she's been hinting at breaking up over it. Oh, convenient. You've been dating this person for 5 years, and just as recently, they said, oh, by the way, I know we've been dating for 5 years, and every time that you drive me to the store, you play your music, but just right now, it's a turnoff, and I don't like it. So I think we're gonna have to break up because just as of right now, forget the other 4 years. This year, actually, it just only became a problem, and I think we should break up about it. Yeah, dude, she's definitely not seeing somebody else. She's definitely not not interested in you anymore. It's because of your music. She didn't meet this freaking rich, handsome guy at wherever who she's now interested in. It's because of your music, bro, yeah. It just became a problem out of nowhere after 5 years of dating. Shut up, G. Let's break this down. For context, my playlist includes artists like... What, you a man? I don't blame her. She's into hardcore rap. Mostly artists I've never heard of, up and coming. I've never really been explicit into music, prefer slower, chill melodies. We don't have a healthy middle ground when it comes to music in the car. When I play my song, she says it sounds like nails on the chalkboard and calls it retail store music, and even questions my masculinity by saying straight guys shouldn't listen to it. Honestly, I think it's childish to threaten a relationship over something like music taste. I agree. It's been weighing on me all week. I'm not sure what to do. What's the best way to approach the situation? All right, fella, let's get into it, like I just said for the second time. So, of course, this could be a complete smoke screen to what the actual issue is. She could just be saying, hey, I met this other guy and he's way hotter. Or, hey, I actually don't want to date you. Or, excuse me, it's cool been dating you. It's been cool dating you, but I don't see you as husband material. This could be like, oh, we grew apart type thing. And she's using, in my opinion, she's using this, or she could be using this as a part, as like a part to like bring you apart, to like pull you away. Because let's be real, music is stupid. Like it shouldn't be that this big of a deal. And we could do studies on how music relates to your personality type. Perhaps since this guy listens to certain songs, maybe we can assume that he's more of an effeminate man. And because she listens to all these rap kind of hardcore stuff, maybe she's more of like that provider role. And maybe she's like, I want a real man. You know what I'm saying? You can't have, what's her name? Rihanna can't have, like, there's a reason why Rihanna can't just date an average guy. Rihanna needs to date A$AP Rocky, or a guy like A$AP Rocky. because ASAP Rocky is just a whole different character who can, embody and just like harness Rihanna's energy. Maybe that's where she's coming for this. But where I want to go with in this video is sometimes, guys, things are kind of like a smoke screen where your girlfriend says something, but she's kind of using this as an excuse to be like, oh, I've been thinking about it for a while. Like, we've been dating. I don't really want to marry you. So let me make an excuse and a big deal out of something so I don't have to like break up with you because it's kind of awkward. And I'd rather use this because it's easier to do, to disagree and break each other apart from this. On the other hand, in a normal relationship, what I teach is there are certain things where you want to prioritize, and let's say this is real, like she's telling the truth, she ain't, but let's say she is. There are certain things. I remember a guy who told me this. Guy's like 30, married and stuff. He says there are some battles you want to die for, and like, some battles you want to die, or like some whatever, and there are some battles you don't want to die for. Metaphorically meaning you need to have priorities, things that matter. Okay, she gotta be like, let's say, a certain religion. She gotta be this type of set of political ideologies. No, no going to the club or something. These are the things that actually matter. These are things and battles that you should die for. Things that are insignificant, like music, in my opinion. What are you talking about? Like, you guys are basically breaking up over, oh, we shouldn't get that dog, let's get this dog. Oh, I disagree on it. About that, okay, since we disagree on something insignificant, let's break up. So, anyways, this tells me, one, there's a bigger picture. Assuming that, like I said, you're into these types of artists, you're more effeminate, and she doesn't want that anymore. Or two, basically the same thing as one. So I feel like this is an easy thing, which is she might not dig the guy who's like under her. She wants that big G, like Rihanna. Like, if a normal guy was dating Rihanna would step all over him, and maybe that's the case with this. I'm assuming that's the case with this. Like, Rihanna needs a guy who's more traditional and can handle all her like assertiveness and like all that hot stuff. And maybe she just doesn't find this attractive. So the best way to approach this situation is to ask her, okay, let's be real. The thing that matters isn't music taste. It's probably the bigger picture, which is because I like this, maybe I'm acting in effeminate ways. Or you could say something like, I don't think you're totally wanting to break up because of my music taste. I think that's childish and petty. I think there's a bigger reason that you're not telling me, and that's, hey, completely cool. I'd like you to tell me. And go from there. Because yeah, bro, like, that's some really weak stuff, and that's very childish. And that's what I'm saying. It's not about music. It's probably the bigger picture. And we can assume maybe he's effeminate because of his taste in music, which is fine. Like, you can listen to effeminate or, like, girly kind of music if you make up in other places. But that's my advice. There's something overarching that you're missing, and she's kind of using this as a smokescreen, like I said. So trust your woman, but at the same time, use common sense, use critical thinking. Don't be gullible. Sometimes use logic, and communicate. Sometimes she doesn't want to communicate, and that's totally fine. You have to come to the conclusion yourself that since she doesn't want to work this out, eventually it's going to fold. And sometimes you got to sacrifice the queen to save the king. It's hard, but you got to do what you got to do. And that's pretty much it. So before we end, we're going to say a prayer. I like this. I did it in my last video. We're going to continue it. All right, bow your head with me or close your eyes. Come on, I'm waiting. All right, for the people who do want a prayer, they deserve a blessing. Dear God, thank you for this advice. Thank you for this lesson. I believe that sometimes lessons are hard, but the hardest lessons are what make us grow and become stronger and the primer version of ourselves that you want us to be, and that I trust you have a vision for us, and it requires being broken down, but because we fall, that only allows us to get up stronger. And I thank you for these lessons and many more. Amen. Don't you just feel better? Like, don't you feel way better when you pray? Anyways,